Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I just say it's so freaking hot right now? My hands are so sweaty. Just thought I would share that relevant information with you. Today, I want to talk about how to stop binge eating at night. Right? I get asked about this a lot. And for me, this was what used to happen 5 nights out of 7 without fail. So I just want to set the scene for you and see if you can relate to this scenario that I'm going to play out to you right now. So you're sat on the sofa after a long day, you've just eaten a healthy dinner, you worked out this morning, you ate salad for lunch, you snacked on fruit all day, you're proud of yourself. You're rocking this shit, right? You're on it, you're on the wagon, it's all going good. And then, when you sat down watching TV, you hear something. And what you hear is the cupboards calling your name. They're like, Psst, hey Victoria, hey, we're full of cookies, right? And I'm joking about this, but this is my scenario that used to happen every night. So you pretend to ignore the cupboards calling your name, right? And then they start calling louder. And then you start to ponder if there's any way you can justify eating dessert. You consider it. And then your diet brain pops up. And she's like, nope, don't even think about it. You can't have anything else to eat. Once you start eating, you won't be able to stop. You'll ruin your amazing eating day and then you'll fall off the wagon. Don't do it. And then your desire answers back, right? Well, if I just ate everything tonight, and then they wouldn't be in the house anymore, and the kids can just snack on fruit, we can all go on a health kit together, and it will be fine. So I'm going to do that. Anyway, the conversation goes back and forth in your head like this for half an hour or even hours, or sometimes for me, towards the end of my rock bottom, I would have this conversation for like a minute and then give in anyway. But the thing is, you'll start again tomorrow. That's what you always say to yourself, right? You'll start again tomorrow. And the desire brain, I like to call your diet brain and your desire brain, they're fighting against each other. Your desire brain always wins, which is why you feel like such a failure, right? So you go to bed feeling bloated, feeling hopeless, annoyed at yourself, guilty, and unlovable. So not only are you in physical pain, but you're in emotional pain, and it just hurts so bad. And I really know how that feels. So why does this happen? Why do we binge eat at night? Well, if you haven't already, please go and either watch, read, or listen to my really important blog that I wrote on how to stop binge eating. That explains in detail why we even binge eat in the first place. But talking specifically now about nighttime binge eating, then, there are a few reasons why this happens. There's a few reasons why you do this. Number one is you've not eaten enough during the day. So your biology is driven to make you eat, right? Even if your tummy is full, your body is smart. It's so smart. And it always makes up for any kind of deprivation you've had. So that can be one reason. Number two, you're constantly thinking about food and how unhappy you are in your body. So your thoughts are focused on how much you've eaten, calories, food groups, how much you hate your body as it is now. You can't eat that. You want to eat that, but you can't, right? Your diet brain is in full dominance of your thoughts every single day. And you're constantly beating yourself up in your head. And I tell you from personal experience, and if you can relate to this, it's exhausting. Like, how exhausting is it? Seriously, like, you go to bed at night and then you're trying to sleep and all you can think about is, I ate this at this time, I ate that at that time, that's that many calories. Like, oh my God, get out of my own head. I used to be scared of my own thoughts. It's exhausting. But the thing is, because you're thinking about food all the time and how much you don't like your body all the time, it causes a biological response to eat more. Again, if you want to understand this deeper, check out that blog I was talking about, how to stop binge eating. It's scientifically proven that this happens, so it's not your lack of willpower. And a third reason I believe that we binge eat at night is due to habit. Your brain is wired to do this. And the reason your brain is wired to do this is because of the above reasons I've just explained, right? It's your go-to, it's what always happens. And if eating is your only pleasure, then you're going to look forward to it even more, even though you wish that you just didn't do it anymore. I get that, I've been there. So what's the solution to nighttime eating then? Nighttime binge eating is no different to treating generalized binge eating disorder. The only difference I see and have experienced to the specific reasons why we binge eat at the night time is because of the habit, and it's pleasurable, right? It's nice to do at the time until you feel guilty. So many of you may not like my solution to nighttime binge eating, because it's scary as shit, and your brain will automatically jump to the conclusion of, oh no, there's absolutely no way that will work for me. No way. I'll be in the Nutella jar day and night. I'll be so fat, I won't be able to walk. Absolutely, it's not going to work for me. And I'm smiling now, and I smile when I hear that, because 99% of my clients, when they first start working with me, say those exact words. It might work for everybody else, but I'm the one it's not going to work for, because I'm more broken than everybody else. I binge eat to the extreme, right? And I thought the same. And it's made me smile, because time and time again, I have, and this isn't bragging, this is to show you how much this works, I have 100% client success rate when they come to me with this mindset of, there's no way it's going to work for me, and they leave coaching with, I can't believe it's worked, kind of thing, and it just fills my heart up so much. So here's the solution then, in a nutshell. Okay, number one, give up dieting. This is why it's scary as shit. Number two, practice intuitive eating. And I emphasize the word practice because I am not an intuitive eating coach. Read my blog as to why, because the intuitive diet doesn't work either. Number three, commit to body image work. There is no relief from food obsession without body image work, period. And number four, work towards building healthy habits to feel amazing in your body. So those might sound pretty simple, right? They are simple, but they're not easy. And each step, what I've just said, there's a lot more that goes into each step. And that's why you need help, assistance, support. Like, I can see that squid on your face that you can't see, that's stopping you from reaching food and body freedom. But because I always want to provide as much value as possible to you guys, I'm going to give you some tips now to stop the nighttime binge eating. And I'm sorry, my nose just keeps running. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, so tips then to stop nighttime binge eating. If you're not ready to go all in and commit to this lifelong freedom of food and body freedom, please do, in brackets, it's indescribably amazing, but you do want to reduce your nighttime eating episodes, then eating more in the day, so number one is eat more food, eating more in the day will help, right? Eat whatever your body craves, not what your diet brain thinks you should eat. So if it's lunchtime and you really fancy a cheese toastie from your work cafe, you can smell it, oh my God, that would be so delicious, but then your diet brain's like, no, I must have my pathetic, miserable looking salad that I pre-made last night. Like, eat the goddamn toastie and chuck your salad away, or give it to someone, or whatever you want to do with it. Eating more food that you actually want to eat will help you with these nighttime binges, okay? And the thing is, eating more food won't stop your mental state of mind, your mindset. So if you're eating the food and you're like, oh, I shouldn't be having this, like this is so bad, that can then trigger the biological need to drive you to eat. Again, check out my How to Stop Binge Eating page to understand what the hell I'm talking about right now. But this leads me nicely on to the second tip. Focus on positive things. Focus your thoughts on positive things about your body and about the food that you're eating. Because whatever we think about, we attract to us. It's the law of attraction, right? So if you're sat thinking how much you wish your body looked like Sarah on Facebook, right? And all these negative thoughts and feelings around what you can eat, what you're not allowed to eat, like just negative, 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 like wishing you were somewhere different all the time, and all this food diet stuff just consuming your brain, you're going to end up binge eating because, as we all know, the feeling of deprivation, restriction, guilt, not feeling good enough, body shame, that all causes binge eating. So what you can do about it to start with is focus your thoughts on the positive things you like about your body. So ignore the things you don't like about your body for now. Even if you can only find one thing that you like about your body, your hair, for example. Like, this is a process, it's not going to happen overnight. But the second you focus on that one thing you like about your body, your vibration will change. The law of attraction will then be like, oh, she's thought a positive thought. Positive thought attract positive thought, and it goes in a spiral in a good way, right? This positive spiral circle. And if you also feel grateful for the food you eat and how nourishing the food is that you're eating, again, you're focusing positivity towards your food and not what you can't have. Like, if you can feel grateful for the fact that you can literally nip into a supermarket and buy a banana that only hours before was hanging in a tree in Africa or wherever bananas grow. Like, how amazing is that, really, if you think about it? So positive thoughts breed positive thoughts. And then positive thoughts, because we all know by now, if you followed my work, however you think affects your feelings. Your feelings affect your behaviour, and your behaviour is your results, right? So if you're thinking negative stuff, you're going to have a negative result. If you're thinking positive stuff, through that thought process model, you're going to have a positive result. So thoughts are everything. That's number 2. Number 3 is explore other activities that you might enjoy in an evening to assist you on stopping your habit of nighttime eating. So don't get me wrong, I live to eat for sure. But if binge eating is your only form of release or satisfaction or pleasure in your life, it's going to be almost impossible to stop that, to stop doing that, and to let it out of your life, to let it go. So if this is the case for you, if you really only have the pleasure of eating in your life, then it will be life-changing and so helpful to either seek out a therapist or get a coach and get help, right? So I am going to give you some tips, though, around changing this habit of nighttime eating. But here's some suggestions from me. So join a group coaching program. So there's stuff that's going on every day in there. You're interacting with people. You can take a walk with a picnic. So take some delicious food with you and go on a nice walk and sit somewhere nice and eat the delicious food. Go swimming. Join like a class of some kind, whether it's like a dance class or a gym class, or get friends involved. Or you could have a bath with like all these luxurious lotions and potions whilst you're enjoying a chocolate bar, like at the same time. You can find so many different things that fit you, but they've got to feel right for you. And I do not, and I repeat, do not encourage you to replace, I'm doing the rabbit ears, the quote, replace binge eating with taking a bath, because that's not going to work. Incorporate it together with your food, explore what does feel good to you, and then see what happens. It's little steps, but if you find things that you enjoy doing in your life that's not just food, then the floor starts to open up for you again, especially when you've got help and assistance with this. And the last tip I want to give you is own it. And what do I mean by own it, right? How many times do you eat something and then feel guilty, or the next morning wake up and be like, oh, like I kind of wish I didn't eat that? When I say own it, I mean if you want that pizza and ice cream, own the fact that you're going to make that choice to have that, right? Indulge in the most sense of the word. That's not even a sentence, Vic. But use the word indulge for me isn't like eat it and you don't even know you've eaten it. Indulge is like sitting with it, smelling it, like eat mindfully, like really enjoy all this food you're going to eat, because if you're going to eat it, you may as well enjoy it anyway. I think there's a quote by Janine Roth, and she says, if you're going to eat out of the refrigerator, pull up a chair, right? Enjoy the process. Take the time with your food and own that decision. So be like, hell yes, I'm going to eat pizza and ice cream, and I'm going to enjoy every single bite of that with zero guilt, because guess what? I decide. You decide. Take that power back, because if you don't own it, it will own you. So own it, else it will own you. Like even your body, own that amazing, miraculous body of yours. Like own your curves, own your stretch marks, own your cellulite, and love it all. And I know it's hard, and at this moment in time, you'll be like, there's no way I can do that, but you can, because I can. And if you are interested in reading more about my story and where I've come from, please do that, because it will give you hope. Like, if I can do it, so can you. And the last thing I want to leave you with is, do you need help? Like, I get that this journey is not freaking easy. It's messy. It's hard. I'm not going to pretend it's easy, right? The fear of potential weight gain can be paralyzing with fear. And I get it. I've been there. This is why I do what I do. I understand how you feel. But during this process to freedom around food and being free and accepting of your body, you might gain weight. You might lose weight. You might stay the same weight. Like, who knows, right? But what I can promise you during this process is that you will love yourself for who you are, be so free around food. You don't even think about food unless you're hungry, or if you're really looking forward to a meal out, like a normal eater would, right? Food does not consume you anymore. You're happy in your body. You get to your natural healthy weight, whatever that is for you, and you're building healthy habits to feel good. So I can promise you that you will feel good in your body. One of my clients said that she's the happiest she's ever been in her whole entire life, yet she's not actually lost weight during this process. But she can't understand how her mindset has changed so much. It's all about your mindset. It's so important to understand that. So I can help you with this. Of course, this is what I'm here for. But if you need help, reach out. We'll get on a call together. And because I offer such a variety of ways that we can work together, depending on your investment options, there's always an option that's going to work for you. So if you need help, please reach out to me. Comment below on this post with a heart, and I'll reach out to you, and I'll slide into your DMs. Okay, well, I hope this is helpful. Have an amazing rest of the day. I love you, and I will see you next time. Mwah! Enjoy the sun. It's beautiful here.